Just few days to JAMB exam. I know the tension is very high. I know a lot of you are actually, you have read, you have done your best, but you still feel your best is not enough, and that is where this video is going to come into play. If you're actually feeling your best is not enough and there's something that you are missing out, that is what I will review in this video. So just watch it to the end and make sure you put everything I'm going to say into practice. All those things I'm going to say in this video, make sure you put it into practice, because they are going to be very, very helpful if you are preparing for your JAMB exam and you are wishing to score high. My name is Basi Ejogba. I'm a 400 level student in the University of Calabar studying medical laboratory science. And in my channel, I help students level up the academic game. I share few tips on this channel focusing on personal development. So if you love content like this, please don't forget to hit on the red subscribe button so I can continue getting updates anytime I drop videos like this, and so that you can help me grow. And just like I've said in this video, I'm going to show you ways you can be able to study for JAMB in the last 25 days or in the last 30 days, pending when you are going to watch this video. So I know you have read your textbooks, and for you have actually gone for, you have covered all the textbooks. For this 9 minutes, yes, like let me call it this 9 minutes or this few days that is left, what you are supposed to be focusing on right now is not really your textbook again. Yes, it's no longer your textbook. What you should be focusing on is your JAMB past question. This is my past question. I don't know because I'm using my front camera. That's why you see this chemistry JAMB, chemistry past questions. So the past question is from 1978 till date. But the thing is, you don't have to start reading from 1978. You can just take from 2015 to 2024. So the time I'm making this video in 2025. So you can take from 2015 to 2024 and study them righteously. Yes. Study these past questions. At this particular time, you don't need your textbook again. You don't need your textbook at this particular time. What you just need is your JAMB past question. So make sure you study your JAMB past question. Make sure you study your JAMB past question. Now the thing is this: you will surely make mistakes. Yes, you surely make mistakes in the course of your study. You surely feel some questions. The good thing is that you don't even have to go and reference your textbook. Yes, the good thing is you don't have to even go and reference your textbook. When you check this JAMB past question, you get to find out that there are questions here, and when you open again, there are also answers. At this particular time, what you're supposed to do is to understand these concepts, understand these questions. But in the case where you fail and you get to find out that probably you failed and you're having issues in that particular topic, you're failing, you check the next day, you still failing that particular topic or stuff like that, you can just go back to your textbook and see how you can get one or two tips from your textbook and come back and tackle it again. So you have to focus on what really matters, and that is your past questions. You also have to involve or imbibe the active recall, that's the active learning technique. So the active recall is one where you simply, after you finish reading, if you are still going back on your textbook, if probably as you finish from your past questions and you have problem in your test in the questions, and you want to go back to your textbook to see how you can get the answers or stuff like that, active recall comes into play. So in the active recall, you go back to your textbook and read that particular concept. When you finish reading, you don't just close the textbook and say, okay, I'm through. What you simply do is to go back after you finish reading, you close that textbook and see how you can be able to remember that particular concept you just finished reading or you just finished studying. That is how the active recall works like. We also have the space repetition. You know, you will not be focusing only on one particular or a particular topic. You won't be focusing only on chemistry as a subject. You won't be focusing only on biology as a subject. So the active the space repetition is simply spreading out these studies, or this your study, where you spread out. Monday you study your chemistry, you spread out. Wednesday you can go back to it. But now this particular time you are going back to it, you are not going back to read it as a fresh stuff. You are just going back there to preview what you have read. And on Friday, which is another spreading, you can now go back to your past question or stuff like that. So that is what the space repetition is. Now in the course of your studies, always make sure that you use the 50 to 10 minute rule, or what's also known as the Pomodoro technique. So the Pomodoro technique is simply study in short focus blocks. So the 50 to 10 minute rule is one that if you read for 50 minutes, you can have a 5 minute or 10 minute break, so that you ease yourself with tension. That 10 minutes you can use it to go and get anything you want. If it's to drink water, if it is to just stretch yourself or stuff like that. So that is where the 50 to 10 minutes comes into play. That 50 minutes, 10 minutes, which gives what? 1 hour. That's what I'm saying. So you have to also, like I said, master your past question, because that is a fundamental. In this 9 minutes, what you simply need is to master your past question, but don't cram it. Now JAMB is very technical. JAMB is very, very technical. You don't expect, although there are exceptions that they will repeat the exact questions that you are seeing. But one thing about JAMB is that they can repeat the exact question, but what I mean by the exact question is that the exact way you saw it in the past question, but the words or the numbers there will be different. Yeah, the values that will be given in the question might be different. So it's one thing to read your past questions, study your past questions, and understand the techniques, or understand the psychology behind the way the person sets the question or stuff like that. You can also time yourself. In this 9 minutes, what you have to do is to time yourself. If you are studying, for example, let's say you are studying 2015 past question, what you can simply do is to keep your past question, take a piece of paper, which I've shown you how to do it in my one of my in my videos. I've shown you how I did it. So you take a piece of paper and you write down the numbers. Then you take a past question and you see how you can be able to time yourself that, okay, in 30 minutes I'm supposed to finish these 40 questions or stuff like that. So that is just it. And after that, you analyze your mistakes, which you can go back to the back of the textbook of the past question and see how you can be able to get it, or you go back to your textbook for reference and see how you can be able to get the concept. So this is how you can just study for JAMB in the last minute. Everything is through consistency, everything is through believing in yourself, disciplining yourself that this particular time, this is no time for fun, this is no time for procrastination, this is no time to keep my book and go and play and come back later. Dedicate these few days that is left focusing on your JAMB. Have a clear goal in mind. I want to score 300 and work towards it. Put it into practice and drop it in the comment section, your dream JAMB score for 2025. If you love this video, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, share this video to your friends so that they can come here and get value, and in turn I'll feel motivated to continue dropping videos like this. Remember, your dream is very, very valid. And until I see you in my next video, always remember that you're wonderful, always remember that you're unique, and always remember that you're a pace setter. I really love you. Thank you.